Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Bellinger Park in the Sunshine Coast hinterland at Buderim. This one has been circled on many calendars throughout the start of this season. A highly anticipated clash marks the midway point of the Football Queensland Premier League round 13 action between the hosts. In third place, the Sunshine Coast Wanderers up against the top of the table and undefeated Peninsula Power. Good afternoon, it's Rafe Griffin with you in commentary on this Sunday afternoon, Mother's Day. Hello, and a very happy Mother's Day to made a bit of a diversion here for Power. It's Erlen who takes it with the left foot, straight to Crickmore though, who looked to release early. That was certainly the call of Sunshine Coast Wanderers coach Matt Chandler. Just had to half hesitate. Chasing bat is Boyd for Power, cleared by Reesby with the cap on. The sun pretty much directly in his eyes for any ball that will come in from his right. An offside called against Power. So third versus first coming into this encounter this afternoon. Wanderers with a 6-2-2 record, 6 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses. 26 goals for so far this season and 9 against, making them the most stingiest defence in the league through the first 12 rounds. Equals 6th in terms of attack with a number of other teams. Here's Jimmy Fairgrieve. Wanderers trying to win back the ball. Nice little touch on there by Fairgrieve. The distinctive long red hair of Roper. Fairgrieve comes back to Peninsula this year after a couple of seasons away. And the opening goal comes for the visitors. It looks like it's Oliver Smith who scored for Peninsula Power inside the first 3 minutes. And Peninsula Power off to a bright start in terms of their keeping their unbeaten record of alive. Good ball home, and Oliver Smith sent the ball into the back of the net. So it's 1-0 to Peninsula. They've drawn early blood. So the Wanderers on the back foot already, but looking to build up in attack. Making the run down the left-hand side was Ray Schultz. Oliver Smith joins his teammate Dean Briggs now on 10 goals in this inaugural FQPL season. Speaking to both coaches prior to the start of this match, I'll let you know their thoughts in just a moment. We're just going to wait this Wanderers free kick. Plenty of height in the Wanderers lineup. So Peninsula look to hit again here. It's Smith. Crickmore's off his line. Can Smith get it into the back of the open net? He can't. The Wanderers able to make a miraculous recovery. It's end-to-end stuff, fast tempo. Stewart lets it run between his legs. Back for Quacko. Quacko sizes up the situation. Cross in for Stewart. Stewart in the back of the feet of the Peninsula player. It's a flurry of activity early on. Now just a little bit more composed. Roper. Here's Briggs. Plenty of players calling for it. Fairgrieve was almost unmarked on this left-hand side. Lee. As the Wanderers look to bring it into their attacking half. Chasing back for it is Ryan. Back for his keeper, Reesby. Quick touch back to Ryan. I was going through the Wanderers record just prior to that goal being scored. 6 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses. Last outing, loss 2-0 to Logan Lightning. Sitting in third position, as I said, but having won just one of their previous 4 outings in the league, but undefeated at home so far. No Kobe Fuller out them this afternoon. Kobe Fuller with 8 goals, the leading Wanderers scorer so far this season. Peninsula Power without the services of the absent Dan Cunha. Free kick decision will go Power's way. Of course, if you're following the league, you know that Peninsula currently in first position. Haven't lost. The first points dropped in their last league encounter. 1-1 against Logan Lightning 3 weeks ago. Interesting timing for Power. They played that game 3 weeks ago, then had the bye. Was scheduled to play an FFA Cup game in midweek against Brisbane Viva Capital League 1 club, Ipswich City. That was called off due to rain on Tuesday night. Ball hasn't crossed the line, so I think the referee actually is going to play the throw in. I did ask Peninsula coach Aaron Philp, does he think that his club would be a bit rusty having not played in 3 weeks? Told me that they're training well. They had a week off after that Logan game that was already pre-scheduled. They played a friendly against the Lakes FC, their near neighbours, from Viva Capital League 3 in Brisbane, which was a handy hit out for them. Certainly hoping that the motivation of retaining that 10-point lead at the top of the table, promotion would be in their eyes heavily as well. That should be sufficient motivation for Aaron Philp's Chargers to come out here this afternoon. Arden there, the Sunshine Coast skipper, giving it away. Ryan. Woolley. Briggs. Aaron Philp's philosophy is that it's just another game. We play Sunshine Coast Wanderers the same we played every other team in the league, the same way we played against Melbourne City in the FFA Cup last year. The same way we'll play against Ipswich City when that FFA Cup tie for this year is played. Sunshine Coast Wanderers coach Matt Chandler certainly recognised the challenge that was ahead of his boys this afternoon. Very much the case at the moment of Peninsula Power being the hunted. Every team that they come up against will certainly be looking to knock them off and try and get the first 3 points against Peninsula Power this season. Quacko. Stewart. Matt Chandler tells me that Jeremy Stewart, of course, was recruited when we played his first game off the bench. We were up here last time against Ipswich Knights. What was that, probably 4 or 5 weeks ago? Jeremy Stewart gradually returning to full fitness, not too far away, Matt Chandler saying. Already knocked in 2 goals from the 4 games he's played. The former Brisbane striker. Local Sunshine Coast boy who has returned. Here he is, Stewart, up against his other number 11 in Richie Hurlin. So if you have just joined us, you missed the opening goal. That was unconvincing from Roper. No one there from the Wanderers to pounce, though. Oliver Smith, the scorer, in the 3rd minute. Thanks for joining us on this beautiful afternoon on the Sunshine Coast Hinterland. As Quacko delivers the cross. In there, spilling it was Reesby. I think it was Verdon with the shot. It was. Almost forced Reesby into a fumble. Just leaning over in the background is Matt Boyd. For Peninsula Power, just keep a bit of an eye on him. Here he is on the ball now. Looks to be okay. He was just leaning over, clutching at a bit of a hamstring, I thought before, but seems to be okay at the moment. Might get a moment to breathe soon. It's been a million miles an hour so far. Stewart. Might have heard Matt Chandler in the background saying that was a great ball. And it was. Just didn't come off for the Wanderers though. Hurlin. Briggs was pushed over there by Stewart. He'll earn a talking to from the referee. Jason Crow, the referee, just saying that was the first one. We're keeping an eye on any future incidents like that. It will come under heavy attention. Dean Briggs, number 7 for Peninsula Power. This is Strickland. Crickmore at the back for the Wanderers. Arden. Scarf. Sending the ball wide out on to the right for Stewart, who'll come up against Hurlin. Stewart tries to get around 3 men. Can't link up with Verdon. Can hear the voice of Matt Chandler. You'll pick up on that plenty of times this afternoon. Wanderers bench literally right under our camera position. Hurlin for Fairgrieve. Up against Quacko. Fairgrieve delivers the cross in, and the goal scorer, Smith, couldn't get an effective touch towards goal. So as always, we want to know on the Facebook post where you're watching in from, who you're supporting, what you're thinking of the game so far. Make your comments known on the Football Queensland Facebook page. Adam Shelley tipping that Jeremy Stewart will come through with the winner for the Wanderers in the 79th minute. I think we might have had some earlier technical difficulties with the stream, but I think we're back on. Smith. Now it's for Verdon for the Wanderers. Scarf. Lee. Scarf once more. Delivery aimed into the box.
Congratulations, $50 cash is all yours if you want to see our Wanderers represented above their prize.
Congratulations to the double winner this afternoon. Being announced over the microphone here at the ground. Just noticed a number 10 out there for the Wanderers who wasn't listed originally in the list that I've been given. Down the line by Hurlin. Quacko. Away by McAvoy from danger. We've had a quarter of an hour played. Peninsula off to the best of starts in attempting to keep their unbeaten record alive at the midway point of the FQPL in its inaugural season. In the direction of Lee. Just taking you through the results so far in round 13 of the FQPL. On Friday night, Mitchelton pulled off a miraculous comeback. They were down 3-2 to Logan with 3 minutes remaining. Scored in the 87th and then the 90th to collect a 4-3 victory. Mitchelton over Logan Lightning. I'm told by reliable sources, keep an eye out for the highlights. The way that the winner for Mitchelton was scored is something to look at. Last night, a series of matches held and Wolves went down to South by 3-1 at home. The Buccaneers still unable to open their account. Travelled to Perry Park last night to take on Southside Eagles, and it was the Eagles That defeated the Buccaneers by 5-2. Eastern Suburbs, another 6 goals at home. We saw on our live stream. Game about 2 months ago, in that game against Rochdale held at Heath Park. The Tigers putting 6 goals away. Well, they did it again last night, this time against Capella in the Salvation Shield. Those two clubs with a close tie. Eastern Suburbs 6-0 winners against Capella. It looked like Capella, the Bulldogs, were flying there for a while, but now they've had 5 losses on the trot since we saw them in that 7-2 win against Holland Park on the Thursday before Easter. So unfortunately, it's a downward trajectory for the Bulldogs at the moment. The other game played last night, Rochdale Rovers were convincing winners against the Ipswich Knights. Holland Park Hawks had the bye. This is Fairgrave for power. In towards the back stick, over the hands and head of Crickmore. And Schultz intervenes to play it out for a corner. Take you through the table later on this afternoon, because it does make for interesting viewing at the moment. Peninsula, of course, clear on top, but behind them it's a logjam for that second promotion spot into the 2019 NPL. Here comes the corner. Getting it head to it first was Matt Boyd. Steered wide of the goal, though. Peninsula continue to signal their intent as the sun is now setting. It's beautiful conditions to sit in before. Now the jumpers are being called on. As the sun sets behind the trees. Camera left here at Bellinger Park. The floodlights are on. We'll finish in darkness. Hurlin. Wrong foot Stewart. McAvoy. Skipper for Peninsula Power. Peninsula come down that right-hand wing. Here's Roper. Quecko. Arden, the skipper for the Wanderers. Walking short. Wanderers will come all the way back to Denver Crickmore to start this latest foray in search of getting forward. This time Crickmore bang it long. It is a bit boggy, slippery, heavy in parts out there of Bellinger Park. You might be able to see on the camera at the moment. It's a little bit wet right in front of us. Some grass being pulled up by the boots. Reesby. That might end up here. Brought down by Briggs, though. Oh, good work to get a touch on it in the end. He was coming under the attention of 2 defenders. Roper back for Briggs. Through ball, Strickland. Won by Forshey. And that distinctive ponytail. And McAvoy gets there in front of Stewart. Quacko with the long throw. Trying to get something towards the goal with Scarf. Just waiting for the ball to come back. They've both been sent into the field behind us. Quacko looks like he's going to set up for that long throw again. using as much of that sideline that he can. It is, once again, into the box. Making the jump was Verdon. Was there a high foot? No, said Jason Crow. Even the Peninsula players were expecting the whistle to be blown. So this is a sustained period in the forward third of the Wanderers. Uncharacteristic, hurling straight to his opponent, and Stewart, scarf, Quacko. Don't know if he's lining up for the cross or the shot. Second effort for Verdon. Cleared away by Ryan. Michael Ryan and Matt Boyd linking up once more in the defence. Again, that familiar tactic. This time, Quacko is the recipient of the long throw. And Stewart sends it wide at the end. Mentioned earlier that 10-point lead for Peninsula Power at the top of the table. Pretty much had the running in the first part of this season, but they've been brought back to the field in recent weeks. Still undefeated, but in their last 4 games, they've had that draw against Logan Lightning, and the other 3 games were narrow 1-goal wins. Really is a critical match, despite us only being halfway through the season. If Peninsula can be knocked off today and suffer their first loss of the season, or just bring them back to the pack a little, give a glimmer of hope to the rest. Sunshine Coast Wanderers, on the other hand, looking for the 3 points to try and secure promotion to the NPL, which would be a remarkable feat for a club in their first year of existence. Quacko. Forshey. Lee. Forshey again. Scarf the target. Cleared away by Boyd. Ball bouncing. In fact, it was Woolley, I should have said, for Peninsula. Oh, McAvoy. Into the back of the legs. Peninsula are going to escape. The referee is going to dish out a yellow card, presumably for dissent, to Michael Scarf of the Wanderers. First yellow card of the afternoon. Briggs. Smith there with Arden. Arden shielding the ball from the power striker. Briggs came under the attention of Melbourne City coach Warren Joyce in that FFA Cup tie last year. The boys from TPO rankings, the pecking order, crunching the numbers for us this afternoon. Just taking Fairgreaves' effort here. Crickmore, desperate outstretched hand, tries to recover. Cut back here for Briggs. Crickmore still not in position. He is now. Strickland. Oh, flashes across the face. Still here for Peninsula Power. And Crickmore gets the hand on it to deflect it out for a corner. The Wanderers able to withstand the pressure there from Peninsula Power. It's the boys from the pecking order. Great website trying to rank all the teams throughout Australia. Primarily at the NPL level, but also trying to get down to a bit lower than that as we see this corner coming in. They've crunched the numbers and currently Peninsula ranked 50th in the country. The Wanderers 139th before this game. Penn Power clear favourites with a 76% chance of winning. The Wanderers with 10% and 14% chance of the draw. Certainly their predictions are spot on at the moment. We've still got a long way to go in this one. Still over an hour to go. Power deemed to have given away the free kick. Sam Roper having a question or two of referee Jason Crowe. Peninsula going to hold the line on the 18-yard area. Flicks over the head of Quacko. Here's Stewart. Forshey. Stewart looping around the right is Brandon Lee. Verdon back for Stewart. Arriving on the scene was Woolley. Forshey. Couldn't hit Stewart. Clearance by Hurlin. Once again, the two number 11s in the challenge, and the referee trying to look for advantage. Wasn't forthcoming. Just outside the area for the Wanderers. There's two in the power wall. Jason Crowe satisfied they've retired the 10 yards. Gives you signal for play to restart. In comes the free kick. Lee. Woolley. There's a bit of a push. There's hands all over Woolley. Good advantage played by the referee. Here's Fairgrieve. Allowed to run pretty much uncharted down that left-hand side. Good tackle in by Forshey. Had to be accurate, making a tackle inside the box in order not to give away a penalty. Stewart just slipping in that heavy period in this front of the camera position. Or heavy clash between Roper and Stewart. The referee deems unfairly. McAvoy, the skipper, having his say. It's going to fall on deaf ears. Scarf to take the free kick. Jake Reesby, the Peninsula keeper, organising his wall. There'll be four in it. Here comes Scarf's free kick. Dinks it over the wall, too high. And Reesby untested. So half an hour played. The goal in the 3rd minute from Peninsula Power's Oliver Smith. Here's the difference between these two sides so far. Conversation going on between the Peninsula technical area and Josh Woolley. This is Strickland meanwhile. Forshey's been very good for his side today and in the couple of other live streams that we've seen of the Sunshine Coast Wanderers this year. It's our first look at the league leaders so far. Through ball from Hurlin for Roper, and now Woolley. The triangle completed with Hurlin involved once more. Briggs, Hurlin, Roper. Back for Hurlin. And to play it on the uncustomary right foot there, Richie Hurlin. Also hit the ball just where he wasn't expecting it to come first hit, resulting in the shot wide of the target. As I said before, very handy turnout here at Bellinger Park this afternoon. Now, Reesby off his line. Roper. Peninsula coming under attack that time. There's a player down on the ground for the visitors. It was Verdon with that shot that drew Reesby deep off his line. Players are just going to take a quick opportunity here to retire to their various benches to take in some refreshments. Gives us the chance to take a bit of a breath as well, because it's been a flurry of activity through these first 33 minutes. Peninsula player remains down on his back. I just can't quite identify who it is at the moment. Pick that up in a moment, but we'll try and see where the table is at the moment. Clutching at the wrist. Is that Peninsula player, is it? Just might have landed awkwardly on the way down. It's Michael Ryan. So the live table as it stands at the moment, Peninsula on 34 points. Roachdale sitting second on 24. Eastern Suburbs making a bit of a charge now. Into third on 22, the Wanderers. In fourth on 20, Logan Lightning in fifth, also on 20. Eastern Suburbs, Sunshine Coast Wanderers, Logan Lightning and the sixth place team, South United, all with games in hand. And it looks like that Michael Ryan is going to go straight to, or just going to go to this far side. Leo Siriani, one of the support staff at Mitchelton, he was at Mitchelton, wasn't he? Old habits die hard. Just over to check on Michael Ryan. Speaking of Mitchelton, that's where we'll be on Friday night. We're going to continue following Peninsula Power. Got them here today. We'll have them again on our FQPL live stream as we commence the second half of the season next week. 8:15 on Friday. Join me for Mitchelton versus Peninsula Power on the Football Queensland Facebook channel. Michael Ryan just on that far side. Still receiving some attention. Replacement has been made. Here's number 6, Ramon Close. Come on as the replacement for Ryan. And of course a bit of a reshuffle in the formation. Roper. Close. Defender has been taken off and an attacker comes on. Let's see what's that done to the lineup. So it shifts Fairgrieve from the front three back into the back line, it looks like. Allowing Close to take Fairgrieve's spot. Looks like Woolly's bit of a switch out on to the left. Scarf. Verdon. Scarf again. Tuck through. Now know who the strain number 10 out for the Wanderers is. It's Leon Dwyer. Here's Briggs. All the way back to Reesby, one of the leading keepers in the southeast corner. Will it drift over Smith? Crickmore off his line at the edge of the box. Had to head the ball away rather than getting a grab on it with the hands. Woolley. Boyd. Quaco cuts it out. Forshey. McAvoy. Hurlin. Getting to it first was the Wanderers player. Slides across the face of Smith. He crossed from Josh Woolley. A little bit more accurate. He could have taken it first time, Ollie Smith. Banged it away. But it's going to present an opportunity for the Wanderers at the opposite end of the park. And a corner. That tall timber for the Wanderers. Getting forward once more. Plenty of focal points from dead ball opportunities. Here comes the corner. Peninsula will scramble away from danger. It's Boyd. Turns it over to Lee. Stewart, he's copped Roper. And Roper is a fiery character. Did take some exception to it, but just retained his composure. No malice intended in the eyes of the referee. Decides to take no further action. Here's a free kick from Reesby. Drifts over Smith. Briggs. Loses out. Scarf. Two defenders immediately come to him. And now it's Sam Roper that collects the second caution of the afternoon. Wasn't going to give the Wanderers any chance of getting any forward momentum in that spot. And concedes the yellow card. So here comes the free kick. Walkingshaw's in the mix. Roper. Quaco arrives. And Stewart. Miscue. Not enough purchase on it from the Wanderer. Schultz. Dwyer. Arden. That will end up on the field on the other side of the park from Boyd. So 3.5 plus stoppages to the half-time break. The Wanderers certainly testing the Peninsula defence at the moment. Can they find a goal to get back on parity before the break? Crickmore. Booming ball forward. Stewart deemed to be offside. He was saying, well, I just stood there. You could tell he was offside, tried not to get involved, but between the referee and his assistant, they stuck the flag up and blew the whistle anyway. Oh, flows all the way through in Close's direction. Ramon Close started the year at the NPL's Olympic. After a couple of games, made his way to Peninsula. Here's the goal scorer, Smith. Tussle there, and Arden earns his side the free kick. Matt Chandler wants this ball back into play quickly again. Good battle between these two number 11s. Stewart for the Wanderers and Hurlin for Peninsula. Quecko. Into the feet of the aforementioned Hurlin. Ooh. It's a heavy challenge. Just a little bit out of sight. Got a light pole obstructing me that way. Referee again having a chat to Jeremy Stewart, riding his luck at the moment in terms of finding himself in the referee's notebook. Bit of byplay between Jeremy Stewart and the Peninsula technical area. Roper. Hurlin. Matt Chandler busily writing notes in his notepad to deliver to his side during the break.
Second phase, no, you're right, little bits.
45 minutes about to be completed. How much stoppage time will there be? Dwyer bangs this free kick in, convincing punch away by Reesby. The travelling power supporters appreciate that one. Dwyer, diving header, and it's a goal. They have found the equaliser through Taylor Walkingshaw. Right on the stroke of 45 minutes. The Wanderers back on parity. Joel Quacko's come over for a chat to the referee for some reason. Should be happy his side has scored the goal. And right on 45 minutes, it's Peninsula Power and the Sunshine Coast Wanderers at 1-1. That a psychological blow for the Wanderers to take into the sheds at half-time. With that injury from earlier, we'll probably see at least 2 minutes of stoppage time. Close. How will Peninsula react to that goal? Get back on the attack seems to be the answer as Hurlin punched away by Crickmore. Briggs was brought down, and again, the referee issues the yellow card, the third one of this half, and that one for James Verdon. Didn't want to concede a free kick in this area at this stage of the half. Here comes the free kick. Close was the target. They'll build up again. Here will Power. Fairgrieve. Briggs. Square for close. Through ball. Strickland tries to get the turn on it. It's taken a deflection and off the upright. And Sunshine Coast Wanderers oh so close to conceding another goal. But they were rated by the upright on that time around. But Power still dangerous in this first half, stoppage time. Here comes the corner, perhaps the last kick of this half. And referee Jason Crowe will blow the half-time whistle. Well, it's Peninsula Power that drew first blood early on in the 3rd minute through Oliver Smith. And then right on the stroke of 45 minutes, it was the Sunshine Coast Wanderers that equalised through Taylor Walkingshaw. The Wanderers survived that late scare just there before that corner with the ball onto the woodwork. At half-time here at Ballinger Park, it's the Sunshine Coast Wanderers 1, Peninsula Power 1. It's perfectly poised for a brilliant second half to come up as the players go to the sheds. They'll take a break. We'll take a break to collect our breath again once more. Come back to us for the second half. It's sure to be an absolute beauty. 3rd versus 1st, and it's 1-1, the Wanderers and Power.
Fantastic program for kids to come in, see if they like football, also learn new skills, come out to the park, enjoy it, meet new friends as well.
I recommend to all parents, both for the girls and boys, to join soccer. It's a way to boost their self-confidence and also to interact with other kids, and they love every second of it.
We're a lot at Total Tools. We swear by our range. We swear by our service. And of course, we swear by our prices. So you'll know that you're buying at the best price every day. Total Tools. Every tool, every trade.
I could watch them all day. Even though here, you don't feel like you need to. These are the moments I'll remember. You see, to me, it's not so much just having us all together, but finding a place that really brings us together. That's what makes Oaks Oasis special. When you only get a few chances, it's important to make them count. After all, memories don't make themselves.
Vicious effort. Oh, it's going to go in. What a goal. Great team. And he's thinking again for City. What a goal.
It's a fantastic program for kids to come and see if they like football, also learn new skills, come out to the park, enjoy it, meet new friends as well.
I recommend to all parents, both for the girls and boys, to join soccer. It's a way to boost their self-confidence and also to interact with other kids, and they love every second of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a fantastic Sunday afternoon.
Back underway for the second half of this round 13 FQPL encounter from Ballinger Park. It's 1-1 between the Sunshine Coast Wanderers and Peninsula Power in this evenly poised third versus third matchup. Third versus first, I should say. Saw that injury to Matt Boyd towards the later stages of the first half. You can just spot an ambulance near the dressing rooms on the far side, so perhaps Matt Boyd with a trip to hospital to have that injury assessed. Peninsula scoring the first goal in the 3rd minute, then conceding right on the stroke of 45 minutes. And they were keen to get back out here and start things for this second half. Out here about 5 minutes before the scheduled restart of the second half. Looks of determination on the players as they walked out, not happy with their first half performance, but as assistant coach Ben Ryan said to me on the way through, they wouldn't want to make any excuses, Peninsula, but just looked like a side that hadn't played in 3 weeks. And now Joel Quacko is in the referee's notebook. So that's the 4th player this afternoon. So we see referee Jason Crowe just making the notes in his book. So 3 Wanderers players now sitting on a yellow card. So we see this free kick taken by Power. And Crickmore able to make an easy grab there in the end. There's obstruction in the clearance from Crickmore. I'm not convinced the referee actually had eyes on that one. The Wanderers players making a lot of complaints before Jason Crowe decided to blow the whistle. Josh Woolley asking the question of the assistant on this side, why didn't you flag it? Anyway, we get back underway again through the Sunshine Coast Wanderers keeper, Crickmore. Briggs just headed a bit too heavy, and the Wanderers supporters on the far side just giving him a bit of stick. This is Hurlin. Roper. And again, another free kick. Crowd getting into it more and more now. That goal to the Wanderers just before the halftime break has brought them to life. Dislocation for Matt Boyd, I'm hearing. The Peninsula physio just wanders back to his post. Matt Chandler just checking in on the welfare. I should say it's Michael Ryan, not Matt Boyd. Matt Boyd is still out there. It's Michael Ryan who was replaced. Here's Woolley. Couldn't get it first time and was in an offside position, in the opinion of the assistant. Trying to check in on the stats for you. Possession going the Wanderers' way, 54-46. And in terms of shots, there hasn't been much action at all. One shot each on target for both sides, both resulting in goals, and 2 shots off target each. Still, despite there only being 6 shots total in the game, it's been quite an entertaining affair. Here's Hurlin. Crickmore reels it in. Home crowd looking for the home decision. Jason Crowe wouldn't be swayed. Skips past Scarf. Wanderers with an attack. Here's Stewart. And Blazers high and wide. Rui Spinola watching in from Mulaney, but getting in a little bit of trouble because it's Mother's Day dinner. Hopefully you're able to stick with us, Rui, as Peninsula launch another foray. And once again, hello to all the mums that might be watching on. Thanks for your efforts right throughout the season, from grassroots all the way up through football in Queensland. Coaches, managers, work in the canteen. We all appreciate our mums and what they do for us, and we recognise that on Mother's Day. Helen and Stewart again going at it. A little bit of push and shove. Referee will just have a quiet word to both players. Good battle between those two. Keep an eye on that for the remainder of this game. Crickmore goes long. Away by Boyd. Wanderers looking for an offside call, and they get it. Tempo's just slowed down a little bit in this second half compared to where it was in the first. Things a little bit more cagey. Woolley touches back for Fairgrieve, who opens himself to come back to Reesby. Forshy and close. Gets past both of them. Smith. Close. Briggs. And Jason Crowe just took a little bit of extra time to blow the whistle. Quickly taken free kick. Was it too quickly taken? They're able to get in the box here again. There were 4 yellow shirts clumped around Smith, and that prevented Peninsula being able to fashion a shot on goal. Crowd urging their home side on. Probably the best atmosphere I've been in a live stream so far this year. The crowd really starting to ride every single challenge, every single bump. Will be Hurlin's free kick. Scarf being asked to move back the required 10 yards. Hurlin takes it. Close. Tries to shield the ball. Eventually gets the turn on goal. Not really an effective shot from Close, not hit hard enough. Fair grief. Here's Close. No one waiting for Peninsula. The clearance from Wanderers. It was almost Strickland and Smith that found themselves with an opportunity in front of goal. Here is Strickland. Briggs. Peninsula power. Supporters appreciate the efforts of Dean Briggs, and then the Wanderer supporters give it back to them. Let's bottle up this atmosphere and take it everywhere we go every week. Walkinshaw. Bit of a hobble from Michael Scarf in the back play. Lee. Quacko. Schultz. In fact, it was Stewart. Once again, there's a clump of players who have gone down. Quacko taking time to get back to his feet. How's the referee going to assess this one? He's having a chat. He's having a chat to his assistant. Yes, he is. Animated discussion going on out there, which Sam Roper is leading. Free kick to go the Wanderers' way, though. And it's Dean Briggs who picks up a yellow card. And you can hear the reaction of the Wanderers supporters. Well, Jason Crow, the referee, is just going to have to keep a bottle on this one. Top of the table affair, and it's tight and tense. In comes a free kick, and Reesby, no pressure at all. Close. Plays of handball against Forshey. Fall on deaf ears. Well, I don't know why Joel Cracko would be arguing with the referee. The referee has clearly pointed out where the throw-in's to be taken. He's not going to change his mind. Hoofed away by Hurlin Close gets on his bike for Power. Can he put the pressure on? And that will go out for a throw-in. Was angling going towards the opposite side of the corner flag from Nick Arden. Makes way into the box. Does the throw in. Close was there for Peninsula. Clearance away by Quacko. Now played. It's 1-1 at Ballinger Park. This round 13 FQPL clash on the Football Queensland live stream for this week. Scarf against McAvoy. Crickmore there ahead of Smith. As we see the quick restart from the Wanderers. Walkinshaw. Schultz up against Fairgrieve. Just closely watching on it. Ben Ryan, the Peninsula coach, doesn't get animated all that often. He's had quite a discussion there with the assistant, thinking that there may have been some stray attention from a Wanderers player on Josh Woolley. Matt Chandler read his first substitute of the afternoon. That'll be made at the next change. It'll be Ben Lynch coming on for the Wanderers. That'll go Peninsula Power's way, and this substitution will be made for the Wanderers. And James Verdon will be the player coming off, and replacing him will be Ben Lynch, as I said, in jersey 13. So James Verdon's shift for this afternoon is done and dusted. Ben Lynch will be able to spot him. He's got the long black compression wear on. Scarf, a bit of room to operate in. Lee. Scott Schultz here. Dwyer, forced backwards. Skipper Arden involved. Forshy. Walkinshaw. Good retention of the ball here for the Wanderers. Quacko on that far side. And a corner will be the result for the Wanderers. Wanderers unfortunately knocked out for them in the first hurdle of the FFA Cup in round 4 against the local McDonald Sunshine Coast Premier League side, Caloundra. Corner played in. Walkinshaw was there. Caloundra then knocked out by the Sunshine Coast Fire. Sunshine Coast Fire then defeated Marybororough's Dean Villa. So, Southern Zone outside the metropolitan area. The 2 round 7 contestants already decided. Gold Coast Knights to take on Sunshine Coast Fire. Walkinshaw here for the Wanderers. Fairgrieve. Did stay in. It did stay in. Matt Chandler complimenting the assistant referee for his ball skills there. It's a little less tense on the sideline now. A lighter moment in the game. Might be one to replay on the Football Queensland Facebook channel through the week. The deft skills of the assistant referee evading the ball. Peninsula players remain down in the background. Risby's going to throw the ball out so that player can receive some attention. It's Jimmy Fairgrieve. And he's being asked to leave the field of play, so I assume that will be to get some attention for some blood. Tough man, Jimmy Fairgrieve. Might just have a cut under that left eye. So the power momentarily down to 10 men. Jimmy Fairgrieve seeking clearance to go back onto the park. Has been cleared to do so. So back to their full complement now, the power. Scarf. Forshey. Tunnelled by Close. So the Wanderers probably having the better of the second half so far. Here's Lee. Crickmore will have the pressure put on him by Close. And by Boyd. Smith. Gets in behind Forshey, who's pulled up lame. Smith, has he beaten Crickmore? Crickmore, a recovery. Looked like it might have slid under the glovesman, but manages to prevent it from crossing the goal line. In the process, Josh Forshey, as I said, was pulling up lame after that running battle, but just may have been a bit of a cramp that he's worked out now. Here's Smith, patience. Away by Quacko. Woolley. Oh, he's almost turned it into his own net. Schultz. Wow. Almost seen it all. And then Roper spotted Crickmore off his line. Decided to go for it. Well, at least Matt Chandler can laugh. He's just gone to Ray Schultz. Brilliant. Fairgrieve nods back for Reesby. It's an entertaining encounter. We'll give you that midway through the second half. Still evenly poised at 1-1. Peninsula looking to take a 13-point lead. Or maintain their 10-point lead at the top of the ladder, I should say. Sunshine Coast Wanderers looking for 3 points to continue their charge in the top four and stave off some of their competitors. Slides past close, does Smith's cross. Here they come again. This time it's Strickland. Hello to you, Lisa McAvoy, watching in this afternoon. And I think it's Emmanuel Peter also watching in. If it is you, Easy. Wishing his mama and all mothers a happy Mother's Day. Watching in from Berlin, Germany. Smith. Patiently watching progress of the ball there was Boyd. Kept in by Roper. Momentarily though. Slow the game down here, the Wanderers. Under 20 to play. Stewart, back heel for Lynch. Lee. Hangs up in the air. Quaco couldn't get the better of Briggs. Looks like Matt Chandler about to make his second change of the night. Coming on in jersey 7 will be Carl Von Hoff, and he'll replace Josh Forshy. Might just be a symptom of that cramp he looked like he pulled up with before. Still that big crowd hanging around here at Bellinger Park as the floodlights take full effect. Just a little haze of yellow behind the trees on the far side. Venus starting to appear in the night sky. Here is the substitute, Von Hoff. And he's given away the free kick. It is going Peninsula's way. I think everyone was a bit confused which way it was going initially. Just a reminder, Friday night you can join me again for the FQPL live stream as we commence the second half of the inaugural season of the FQPL. We continue to follow Peninsula in their quest to remain top of the table. Friday night they travel to Tarawah Park at Mitchelton. Mustangs started off a little slowly, but now starting to find their feet in the competition. 8:15 Friday night on the Football Queensland Facebook page. It's the live stream of round 14 from the FQPL. Mitchelton up against Peninsula Power. Hang on, now we've got a yellow card to Jeremy Stewart. What's that now? 6 yellow cards. 4 to the Wanderers, 2 to Power. It's going to come Power into their attacking third. Cross drifted high. He couldn't get it right. Could Strickland. Puts the shirt over the head to disguise himself. We caught who it was, Tom Strickland.
I would like to thank Insurance Sports and Health for providing great injury prevention and management to all our FQPL teams. Thanks for that, guys. And Sunshine Coast Sports Photography.
McAvoy wins it in the air. On his bike is close. Trying to poke it through for himself. Briggs. Briggs goes down, then cops one for his efforts. Peninsula Power looking to take this free kick quickly. Taken by Hurlin. In towards close. Oh, narrowly wide. Might have even shaved a coat of paint off the outside of that left upright.
They're winning every second ball now. We've got to start doing it. Tell everyone.
Might have picked that up from the Wanderers bench that Peninsula winning every second ball. And the Wanderers bench urging that it needs to be the Wanderers picking up that second ball when it comes off. Quacko. No fouls to call from Chandler. Here's Stewart. Quacko! Saved by Reesby! Well, both sides with chances at either end of the park in the last 60 seconds. Good save by Jake Reesby to deny the Wanderers the go-ahead goal. So the Power goal under threat. Not from that corner though. Lee turns it over to Smith. Close. Good recovery here from Scarf. Forces close to hold it up momentarily. Roper lets it slide past him for Briggs. Here's Smith. One by Boyd. Close and Crickmore. Crickmore has the advantage of being able to use his hands. Smith. Fairgrieve. Peninsula from the back through Reesby. Hurlin. Woolley. Plenty of yellow shirts getting back to help out defence. Fairgrieve. In there. Close this time again. Gets the turn in. Deflection off the defender. And the Wanderers clear. Recycled there by Woolley for power. They'll have it for a third time in this phase of play. Down the line. I think that's Briggs. It is. Goal kick here for the Wanderers to relieve some pressure. Just on 10 minutes or so to play. Matt Chandler urging on his charges. Turn of the seasons here through the week in the southeast quarter. The jumpers and long pants now well and truly. Yeah, we could get away with shirt and shorts up until that change that came through during the week. Oh, once again, power threatened on goal, but no return. Momentum was going the Wanderers' way there for a little bit. It's now swung back to the visitors. At the moment, you sort of sense that the Wanderers are just holding on. Lee, substitute in Von Hoff, and Stewart deemed to be offside by the assistant on the far side. Going to leave the free kick for Reesby was Matt Boyd, but just played in his keeper to restart the action. McAvoy glanced on. Crickmore just allowing the ball to be played at his feet before Close makes him clear the ball away. Boyd and Stewart go at it. Woolley and Roper. Smith. Woolley, Roper. Woolley, switch of play on the left. Briggs. Making the run through was Hurland to his left. Briggs goes himself from outside the area. I'll be happy with that, the Wanderers, in not allowing Power to have a shot from closer range. Quacko and composure from Boyd in the centre of defence for the Power. End-to-end stuff at the moment. Briggs forward for Close. Hurland. Oh, dangerous back pass. Stewart has a few words to Reesby. He almost caught him out. Good to see some of the byplay taking place on the pitch. I think Matt Chandler about to make his third and final change of the afternoon/evening. Lee gets up. Fairgrieve will be hassled by Lynch. He's got plenty of pace about him. Too far for Briggs, is it? Walkinshaw elects to clear across the sideline. Quickly taken throw in for the Power. close. Crickmore, high and long for Stewart. Once again up against Boyd. Strickland runs into two defenders. Briggs, it looks like. Square for Woolley. Strickland. It's gone through 1, 2, 3 defenders. Strickland attempts to tee up Woolley. And the Wanderers find a way to clear away from danger. Perhaps Strickland was better off going himself rather than being unselfish there. All bar Lynch in the penalty area for the Wanderers. In comes the corner. Dealt with by the Wanderers. Stewart could be off to the races. Lynch has to time his run. Roper backtracks, allows Lynch a little bit more room to operate him. The crowd urge him on. Lynch. Corner is the result for the Wanderers. Under 5 to play. Going to make this substitution right now is Matt Chandler, with Glenn Stanton coming on in jersey 9 to replace Brandon Lee. So the corner here for the Wanderers. Reesby had no pressure on him at all, really. Shifts it to the edge of the area and then plays it quickly. Out for Smith. Just shields the ball away from his defender. He's hassled by Arden, and surely that's a yellow card. It will be the 7th of this match and 5th for the Wanderers. The skipper for the Wanderers now going in the book. Peninsula ready to make a change as well. And the announcer trying to get the crowd into the things. The first cheer you heard was from the Peninsula supporters, the second for the Sunshine Coast Wanderers supporters. They put up a good effort, the Power supporters, but not quite loud enough to drown out the Wanderers as his free kick is taken. Here's Roper. Quacko. Similar to the last story we saw for the Wanderers. Dancing down that right-hand touch line. Hassled by Briggs, he goes down, free kick. Will go the Wanderers' way. A little bit of push and shove again. 2.5 to play. Power are going to make this change to slow the play down. No, they won't. They're just going to leave it for the time being. Allow this free kick from the Wanderers to take place. Here it comes, going to get a better result this time round. Punched away by Reesby. Smith for Close. Good ball through by Close for Smith. The yellow shirt's retreating back. Only target is Woolley. Now it comes for Strickland. Strickland! Peninsula go ahead again. Well, the Power went the length of the park. It looked like there was only one target there in Woolley. Strickland came streaming through quickly. And is that the winner for Power, who have immediately gone to their supporters on the far side? It looked like the league leaders were going to drop points again. But they go ahead with around about 90 seconds remaining. Tom Strickland, his 7th goal. And Peninsula Power will make the change, their second substitution. It will be number 19, Zayden Basson, coming on. Who's coming off? It'll be Ramon Close, the man who came on as a substitute, will now be substituted. More by play going on. Ramon, did you mean me? Yes, number 6, we did mean you. Been calling it for the last 60 seconds. Anyway, Peninsula are ahead again. So we've completed the 90 minutes. Now a matter of how much stoppage time will be played. Number of cautions and just the one goal in this second half. Can the Wanderers do what they did in the first half and find a late goal, which would this time see both sides share a point? As you'd expect, Peninsula in no rush here to get the play restarted. Roper. Wanderers throw in. Got to get this in play quickly. Exciting end to this round 13. FQPL encounter at Ballinger Park. A miscue from the clearance. There to mop it up will be Boyd. Well, he got a foot in. Roper. Surely Peninsula just need to keep sending this long into their attacking half. Free kick will help relieve some pressure. The experience of Boyd will compose this situation. Now the Wanderers with an opportunity once again to take a point out of this encounter. It would be a valuable point for them. Free kick goes Peninsula's way. Roper getting involved with Lynch. Here comes a free kick. Maybe they'll just be content to play it down in the corner. They'll have a corner. Or to the throw-in. I'm just obstructed by a light pole and a scoreboard. It is a corner, and I can just see Peninsula just trying to hold possession. 2 power players, 2 Wanderers players. Strickland. And that not the best of efforts. Quacko races out to give the possession back for his side. Brought down by Von Hoff. Back heel for the substitute Basson. Another corner here for Power. Tense final minutes. You could hear a pin drop at Ballinger Park at the moment. Such as the nervous anticipation by both sets of supporters. And that is full time. An early goal from Peninsula Power. And Oliver Smith in the 3rd minute gave them the lead until 45 minutes when the Wanderers equalised through Taylor Walkinshaw right on the half-time break. And the late winner from Tom Strickland. I think Peninsula Power will come away from Ballinger Park relieved to take the 3 points a heavy sigh of relief, but it doesn't matter how it comes. Peninsula Power retain their 10-point lead on top of the table in the FQPL in our round 13 live stream FQPL match. It's Peninsula Power who've come away 2-1 winners against Sunshine Coast Wanderers. As I said earlier, join me on Friday night for the next round of the FQPL and our live stream game from round 14. Peninsula Power again as they travel to Terrelba Park to take on Mitchelton. That game Friday 8:15 on the Football Queensland Facebook channel. But from Ballinger Park and on behalf of the team, it's Rafe Griffin signing off. Round 13 FQPL, Peninsula Power 2, Sunshine Coast Wanderers 1. Good night, everyone.